Okay, bros, get ready for Takeover 31. Okay, bros, I'm your host, Jimmy the Gibson, and we are here for the very important NXT Takeover 31 recap right here on the OK Bros Wrestling Recap. We are going to go through each match. There were 5 matches this takeover, and we're going to give you the ever so popular bro ratings. Now, before we start, let's take a quick pause for the cause and show you today's tasty beverage. We've got the ever so popular Sam Adams Mountain Berry. That's right, bros. Sam Adams Mountain Berry. Oh, nice. That's some good stuff for this takeover. So, Takeover 31 brought to you from the Capitol Wrestling Center. Brand new setup, brand new stage, arena, whatever you want to call it. It's actually the WWE Performance Center, but I thought they did a great job with the Thunderdome screens, with the live NXT and Performance Center people behind the plexiglass with the cages around it. Everything looked fantastic. The lights, the production, the setup, fantastic stuff right there. Opening contest of the night was for the North American Championship, Damian Priest. That's right, the Archer of Infamy versus Johnny Takeover. That's right, Johnny Gargano for the North American Championship. Fantastic opening contest here on Takeover. You would expect nothing less on an NXT Takeover event. I mean, these two had some great moments in this match. Johnny flipped Priest off the ring onto the outside, right on his back. There were plenty of Johnny super kicks, plenty of Priest spin kicks. Even one spot in the match, Priest picked up Johnny. He kept going for the razor's edge, but he finally hit it on the outside onto the ring apron. Looked fantastic right there. Then, of course, you had Johnny. He had to get something suspicious involved here. He had to do something nefarious, and he distracted the referee, which, by the way, was none other than Super Tan Referee. He distracted the referee, and then, out of nowhere, of course, he kicks Damian Priest in the ding-dong. I mean, come on. It was almost as if someone was in the audience there yelling, "Kick him in the dick!" I mean, Johnny freaking Gargano, Johnny Takeover. Then Johnny gets Priest back into the ring, goes for that slingshot DDT, which I believe they're calling one final beat. Priest holds on to Johnny, reverses it, spins Johnny around on the ropes, hits the Reckoning for the 1, 2, 3. Damian Priest retains. He's still your NXT North American Champion, and we're going to give this match a very solid opener. We're going to give this one a 8.9 on the bro ratings. Wow. Moving on. Second match of the evening, we had the Velveteen Dream versus Kushida. That's right, bros. Kushida making his takeover match debut. Wow. The guy's been in NXT for a year and a half, and this is his debut. And he lived up to it, bros. Fantastic match between these two. I mean, you had Velveteen Dream coming out looking like Doc Brown. Gray, silver, spray-painted hair, whatever you want to call it. He had yellow gloves, white pants. He had the goggles on. I mean, totally mocking Kushida, because Kushida typically dresses up like Marty McFly with the vest and all. Velveteen Dream came out. He was posing. He was doing his normal shtick. And then out of nowhere, Kushida just runs down, doesn't even wait for his music, attacks Dream from behind. And I will say this match was vicious. There was a lot of spots in this match where Kushida was just working over Dream's arm. Did like a flipping arm breaker while Dream was on the ropes. Then out of nowhere, Dream hits the Dream Valley Driver. Purple Rainmaker, big elbow off the top, but lands awkwardly on his one bad arm, and he couldn't get the cover. Kushida kicks out. Then they're going back and forth. Kushida locks in the hoverboard lock. Dream is about to tap, but he doesn't. Dream gets back up to his feet, goes for another Dream Valley Driver, but Kushida flips him around again, back into the hoverboard lock. Dream taps out. Kushida is your winner. Another fantastic match on this takeover. And bros, we are going to give this one a solid 8.4 on the bro ratings. Moving on, we had the NXT Cruiserweight Championship with two more people making their takeover debuts. The champion, Santos Escobar, El Chapo del Fantasma, it's a lot to say, versus Isaiah Swerve Scott as the challenger. Now, these two have battled plenty of times before, and Swerve is the only one who has gotten pinfalls on Santos Escobar. So, but it was non-title match. This is for the title. I have to say, loved Santos Escobar's ring attire, his outfit, donning the lucha mask with the sombrero and the coat and everything. Looked fantastic. He was looking toyetic AF. For those bros who know what I'm talking about. Now, Swerve may be one of the best pure athletes in all of WWE. Pulled out all the stops. Fantastic moves. The brutal moves in this match. At one point in time, Santos Escobar had his guys come down, the Legado del Fantasma, distracted Swerve. He hit the Michinoku driver, or whatever they call it. Swerve kicks out. Then they're battling again. Escobar knocks him backwards. Swerve hits his head on maybe the post or the thing that connects the turnbuckle to the post, that little metal bar there. And it looked like he kind of got knocked dizzy. They were working on Swerve's shoulder a little bit. Santos Escobar then picks him up and hits some sort of shoulder breaker and gets the 1, 2, 3. I mean, the move looked brutal. I don't know exactly what they're calling it, but that should be his new finisher. Badass. 1, 2, 3. Santos Escobar retains in another fantastic match. Now, we are going to give this one a solid 8.1 on the bro ratings. Keep in mind, bros, 2 out of the first 3 matches, because this one had him, including Super 10 referee. Will we see him again? I don't know, bros. Tune in to find out, because right now, we are going to take a quick commercial break. Oh, God. I hope it's a good one. Bush Light, brother. Brother. That's right, Daddy. Jimmy Babyface is back. Oh, damn. Gotta take it easy on my Bush Lights, Daddy. That's right, brothers. This is a commercial, Daddy. Jimmy Babyface sponsored by Bush Light. What? It's not a commercial? All right. If it's not a commercial for Bush Light, it's a commercial for Zubaz. That's right, brother. What? It's not a commercial for Zubaz? Well, if it's not a commercial for Zubaz and it's not a commercial for Bush Light, Daddy, What are all these Mizarks at home gonna buy? I'm just gonna sit here and drink my Busch Light until you tell me what this commercial is supposed to be here for. Jimmy Babyface has all day, but not all night, because tonight I'll be setting up the ring and breaking it down at the local VFW. And during intermission, Daddy, oh yeah, everyone in his house can come over and check out the gimmick table, because Jimmy Babyface is going to sell all the gimmicks to all you Mizarks out there. And that's a shoot. All right, fine. If you want Jimmy Babyface to talk about a retro review, Daddy, we're going to talk straight kayfabe here, brothers. We're going to talk about the first ever Saturday night's main event. What? I did that one already? Oh, damn. Well, guess I'm going to have to drink some more Busch Light, Daddy. Oh, I know. We're not going to talk about U.S. Express, Barry Windham, Mike Rotunda, and Ricky Steamboat versus those ham and eggers, those no-good foreigners, the Iron Sheik, Nikolai Volkov, and George the Animal Steel, Daddy. We're gonna talk about the main event that evening, which was Hulk Hogan, brother. That's right, my good friend Terry. We're on a first-name basis, he and I. Hulk Hogan versus Ace Cowboy Bob Orton. The Hulkster hit the leg, was going for the 1, 2, 3, Daddy. This was a straight shoot because Hulk was fired up. It was not a work, you could tell, because he was hulking, brother. And then that no good Rowdy Piper, Daddy, punched Hulk Hogan in the face. And then I was like, oh no, Daddy! Disqualification, total melee. And you could tell it was a real shoot, brothers. Real shoot. Hogan, Mr. T, Paul Orndorff, putting it down, Daddy, on Cowboy Bob Orton and Rowdy Piper, brother. And this is gonna get a shoot, brother rating of a 14, Daddy! 14 shoot brother rating! Well, there you have it, brothers. Until next time, I'm your host on this retro review, Daddy, Jimmy Babyface, brother. Now, time to go set up that ring. Daddy, well, I'm gonna need all my Busch Light for that one. Okay, bros. That's not a commercial. That's just why I drink. Unbelievable. I mean, can I get a restraining order against that guy? Why does he keep showing up? Why does he keep following me around? So strange. Anyway, bros, back to the action on NXT Takeover 31. We then had the final 2 matches of the evening. First up, the NXT Women's Championship Match. Challenger came out first. Candice LeRae versus champion Io Shirai. Fantastic Women's Championship match here, bros. I mean, there were some great spots all around, including Candice hitting her spring moonsault off the middle ropes. Io Shirai kicks out. Io Shirai's putting Candice in the crossface. Candice reversing it into the Gargano escape. Good stuff here, including one spot where Io goes for the moonsault. Candice puts her knees up. Io hits her knees, bounces off of that into the referee, who gets knocked out, flies out of the ring. So, of course, what's going to happen? None other than Johnny Gargano. Johnny Takeover comes out again with a referee shirt on. Candice is in the ring, goes for the cover on Io. Johnny does a quick count. 1, 2. Io kicks out. Unbelievable stuff here. And Johnny's like freaking out. It was fantastic stuff. The referee comes to and tells Johnny, hey, what are you doing here? You get out of here. Johnny goes, no, you get out of here. Referee goes, no, you get out of here. Johnny goes, you get out of here. Hilarious exchange between Gargano and the referee. Just really added to the match. You know, I know a lot of people don't like any interruptions, any kind of distraction stuff. But, I mean, this was perfect Johnny and Candice trying to do some underhanded stuff to get the advantage. Then, at the end of the match, Candice LeRae is on the top ropes. Io Shirai climbs up with her. Io Shirai hits her with a Spanish fly. That flip off the top ropes, fantastic. Then just hops right on the top, hits her signature moonsault, like snap that off real quick for the 1, 2, 3. Io Shirai is victorious, retains your NXT Women's Championship. Fantastic match between these two women. And we're going to give this one a solid 8.9 on the bro ratings. That's right, 8.9, Io Shirai, Candice LeRae. Now, keep in mind, part of this grade is what happened after the match. Io Shirai's holding the belt. Then on the jumbo screen, on the Titantron, whatever you want to call it, shows up Toni Storm. And she's like, yeah, that's right, Toni Storm is coming back to NXT. Io Shirai, I want to crack at that title because you're going to see why. It's Toni time. And everybody's like, oh, that was the mystery. That's fantastic. They even cut next to the person on the motorcycle driving around the side of the arena, going in the door. And you're like, oh, I guess Tony's coming out to beat up Io. That person shows up on the top of the ramp, takes off the helmet, and it's Ember Moon! Ember Moon! I mean, collectively around the world, everybody who was watching at that time went, oh! Freaking out! Ember Moon is back in NXT. And she just kind of stands there and smiles. And Io is holding her title and is smiling right back at her. Fantastic stuff. I mean, with those last 2 weeks of backstage vignettes and this mystery person, had a feeling that it was going to be a former champion, and what a former champion this is coming back to NXT. We are in for a treat to see the return of Ember Moon right here. So, we get right to the main event, bros. We're talking for the NXT Championship. That's right, bros. The NXT Championship. We've got, coming out first, the challenger, being pumped up in the back by the Era Boys. That's right, the Undisputed Era. Kyle O'Reilly making his way to the ring. He won that gauntlet match. He's the #1 contender. He's coming to the ring, and you could see he is focused. Coming out next, the champion, Finn Balor. And this was as hard of a hitting match as you would expect and as you would want. I mean, these two men beat the living crap out of each other. At one point in time, Balor does like a little quick spin kick right into Kyle O'Reilly's side and his liver maybe. O'Reilly was about to do something and just had to go back down. Clearly knocked the wind out of him. The referee separated him. O'Reilly was hurt. Then Balor kept working on that side, kept kicking him, punching him, stomping him in that liver, in that stomach, liver area. Brutal match. O'Reilly hooks on a heel hook. Balor's trying to kick him in the face. O'Reilly grabs the other leg and just ties him up. Brutal stuff. O'Reilly's hitting just knees and kicks, sweeping the leg, diving knees off the top. Brutal stuff, brutal back and forth. Let's take you to the end of the match here, bros. Because Kyle O'Reilly kicks Balor real hard in the knee. Balor has to go down. Balor's hurt at this point in time. Then O'Reilly goes for something. Balor counters, takes O'Reilly off his feet, hits a jumping double stomp on O'Reilly, clearly hurting the liver, the midsection region. But in turn, Balor tweaks his knee. So Balor kind of limps over to the side, over in the corner. Balor is clearly setting up for a sling blade. Out of nowhere, Kyle O'Reilly comes in with a running knee to the face. Just hits him with a knee in the side of the face. I mean, you see this one connect. I've watched it about 10 times already. Brutal hit to the face. It flat out looked like he broke Balor's jaw. Brutal. Then you could see O'Reilly then picks him up, hits Balor with a German suplex. Balor rolls right out of that. Balor's pissed, hits another standing double stomp to O'Reilly, just tries to knock the wind out of him again. The camera shows over to Balor, blood gushing from his mouth. Brutal stuff here, folks. Clearly, one or both of them were severely hurt. O'Reilly's down. Balor took whatever he had left in him, climbed to the top, hit him with the double stomp, the coup de grace for the 1, 2, 3. Finn Balor wins the match, retains the NXT Championship, and then picks up Kyle O'Reilly and gives him like a bro handshake at the end there. Fantastic. These two men put everything on the line, beat the crap out of each other. It was fantastic. Then they pan to the audience. Ridge Holland standing there with Adam Cole Bay on his shoulder. And everybody's like, what is going on? He dumps Bay over the barricade. O'Reilly climbs out of the ring to check on him. Ridge Holland goes away. Roddy Strong and Bobby Fish come down. What's going on? What happened to Adam? This is going to be a big storyline moving forward, bros. Big storyline to come, in my opinion. So, with that being said, our main event, Kyle O'Reilly versus Finn Balor, is going to get a very, very impressive 9.5 on the bro ratings. That's right, 9.5. Clear-cut match of the year candidate. Fantastic stuff between these two men in your championship main event match. So, with that being said, Balor versus O'Reilly is match of the night, and in 5 matches, we had an average bro rating of 8.76. That is a high average. Now, there are only 5 matches, but that is a very high average if you watch this show every week for the NXT and for the previous takeover that I did. Very high average. NXT Takeover 31. Fantastic. If you haven't watched it, go check it out now. If you watched it live, watch it again, because I guarantee you will pick up on stuff you missed the first time, because I certainly did. So, with that being said, bros, we're going to end it like this. Takeover predictions. Your next takeover predictions will be War Games! I'm going to give you 2 War Games matchups that I would like to see. We have the Women's War Game match. We've got Team Io Shirai, and she's going to be joined by Rhea Ripley, Shotzi Blackheart, and returning from injury, Tegan Nox. I'm hoping her injury is not as bad as it could be. And they're going to go up against Team Ember Moon. Joining her will be Toni Storm. It's Toni time. Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. Now that would be a fantastic War Games match. And on the other side in the men's division, we're going to have Team Undisputed Era. That's right. Adam Cole Bay, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish and Roddy Strong versus Team Finn Balor. Oh, why you say Team Finn Balor, huh, Jimmy the Gibson? Well, here's why. I believe Finn Balor was behind this Ridge Holland attack on Adam Cole Bay. I think Finn Balor is going to turn heel, and he's going to align himself with the muscle, the Ridge Holland. So Balor, Holland, and they're going to list the help of 2 other dastardly superstars in NXT. Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa. What a War Games match that would be, bros. Now, conspicuous by their absence is Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae, because I personally believe they are going to get called up to probably SmackDown in this upcoming draft. So, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this takeover recap on the OK Bros Wrestling Recap. I'm your host, Jimmy the Gibson. Please like, share, subscribe, comment below. Everything helps us out. And tune in to next week for your weekly